when you are a 5D mystic, you know that we are all connected. And so we don't need an apology and the I'm sorry. Okay. In our relationships, there's something very different. It's called we have what is a heart to heart conversations and not just one. We bring our inner child adult into the forefront. What you learn from the good therapists and the good neuroscientists and the good neurobiologists, all the ones who are sharing with us how amazing it is to be a human, it is that we can repair consistently with people who are open, of course, and forgiving, because we're all flawed and imperfect. We can repair any of our relationships, but it is by bringing the authentic you there. Okay, so I've met a number of Pinocchios with wooden bodies, and the difference is that I'm not a Pinocchio with a wooden body. I'm a Pacham, and I'm a person who's using my mammalian heritage. And I learned from Jesus and God how to be humble and forgive, and I have a twin. So I also learned about ruptures from the minute I began life. So to me, I'm not inadequate at any time. I have had disowned at my 8 years of age. So, you can only imagine, which is why when you hear about how men objectify us as sexual objects, and it is something very personal, no, it's something sad. When I meet wooden Pinocchios, I'm sad for them, not me. I learn as a conscious lover that I am not having any relationship being built with a person who's not present. So when you're not your open-hearted inner child, you're not going to be with me, and I'm going to know it. And this is from experience that I share this with you. So the part of what you are is a self, as Daniel Siegel presents. I have all my child parts, and I'm a grown emotional woman with a grown mental brain who knows how to see 7 to 14 a mile away. They make me laugh. And when I meet Pinocchios, I don't laugh, I don't cry. I've met enough of them to know their donkey-ass story. It always sounds the same. I'm all alone, or all humans suck. Men and women suck. Nobody's there. And I think, what the hell? Did nobody grow up to do anything with their life? And that's all I can say. So when you know how to enjoy from your body life, it's because you're in your mammalian heritage. Now, if you struggle with it, we do personal development self-help here to do emotions. If you want to say emotions are hard, though, you're not going to have a good time here, because I don't do that business. There's a Zen master he talks to you about laundry, and I'm your host, and I know all about blissfulness in here. And so when I have a person who's in a Pinocchio wooden body and they're closing their heart, they can be saying from their mouth all from today to tomorrow. Yeah, seriously. Okay. So luckily for me, though, because I'm an authentic self, people who don't want to be their inner child completely, they're not engaging with me in certain ways. And I'm not kidding when I say that, because anytime a person doesn't welcome their whole self home, when you do, you're a trigger, and not in a way that they welcome. If they welcome it, then they welcome the relationship. And if they welcome the depths of themselves, then they welcome the depths of another person. So authentic Pinocchios, meaning those of you who want to actually, again, access your inner world, come on over. Inner growth mindset, all here. When we have apologies that are real, it's called let's review together from open-heartedness everything that went down, because there are those experiences that happen. What you find out about Pinocchios with wooden bodies is that they become donkeys. And in fact, it will be noticeable because they will completely deflect, disengage from, run away from, however many ways. This is between twin flames, soulmates, doesn't matter, because see, this is the part. We're choice points. You don't build a home with anyone who doesn't know how to be intimate with their heart open. If you're a person who has your inner child in the forefront, there's no compromising. It's wow, where's Pinocchio for real? You're a wood. You're not doing anything right now. What you're a clown. So I met as I grew up a bunch of them, which is why I'm like, yes, I don't see any possibility of anything going on. I just see a facade, and I'm humored at this point by all the facades that I meet, men, women, theys, you name it. It's just people that are trying to get to the next day, and they could be doing more mindfulness, mindsight, journaling, substance. Yeah, not the substance abuse. No, no re-traumatizing events. No of that stuff that people engage in. It's actually called, I understand that my life is involving moments that are important from my childhood. When you process what comes up and you share with yourself what's coming up and you make it your book, it's beautiful. You're building your book. People want a superhero cape to build their book. So you're not building a book. You're doing something different. When they want to build a book, they're going to know who to go to. It's either a good therapist or, again, you do personal development seriously because you say, I have emotions. They're part of life, not good or bad. The land of neutrality helps you to claim the parts of you that are you. So in relationships, what's an apology? It's when you have heart-to-heart conversation about the stuff that happens or that happened. And right now, let's look at romance because, see, romance, people go to therapists not wanting to be vulnerable with each other. I laughed when I heard that. I was like, what the hell? Not even in therapy? Why are people so afraid of being their self? And then I'm reminded about their 1-year-old and 3-year-old by Bessel van der Kolk, Stephen Porges, Peter Levine, and this fear of inadequacy that stems from shame. And I'm like, I'm so lucky. I have a twin, I'm a mom, I got to claim to be myself. I don't have this fear. Actually, the fact that you don't want to be yourself, to me, says already. I've told people since I was a kid, then I stopped because they all said, no, it's not true. If you say you don't like humans, you don't like yourself. No, yes, you're a human. You say you don't want to be yourself, you don't like yourself. What's up with that? And so you healing out of an inner child wound is you getting out of you not liking yourself. Emotionally, it's not the words that come out of your mouth. So when someone welcomes their inner child adult, that's the day you'll find a flawed, imperfect human who unconditionally loves and who says, yeah, this is me. And I've met those people. And those people, we don't ever have needs for apologies because they're direct communicators. The ones who actually could have apologized, there's not people that know how to apologize if they don't welcome who they are. So passive aggressive, that's not apologizing. Just saying you're sorry, not an apology. Pushing and throwing shit under the rug, again, and again, I don't want to use the word because apology is not I'm sorry. It is a let us talk about the trust that was broken, meaning where we didn't expand consciousness, not because you're going to say truth, no, where we didn't come together in intimacy. And that means where we were not engaged in ways of being able to continue a dialogue, which happens when somebody is not confident with who they are. I'm confident with who I am, so I don't back down from a conversation, which is why anyone who knows me since I was a kid will know that I won't back down. I'll be there. And somebody who's afraid of talking, they won't be there. They will deflect. In fact, there's what was it, last year? Or a year ago, or 2 years ago, I told you about this story, a beautiful story. Friendship developed, all of it. But I tried 3 or 4 times to have an active conversation about the situation that had taken place. The human being apologized with a song, but that's just me knowing I got a Pinocchio with a wooden body. Like when somebody will have a very light way of letting me know that they're sorry for what has happened, which is nice, of course. It's nice to know that somebody can acknowledge. It's not us completely reviewing together emotionally and then saying, let's hug this out. That's what an apology is. I know we have 1, 2, 3, however many of these interruptions. Okay, so I have a friend of mine. We did that. We had a series of events that took place. Then we found a way to recalibrate because at a certain point, they're the ones who said, you don't meet my emotional needs. And I said, yes, I totally agree that I don't. Because we had reviewed that the year prior when I said, I don't meet and will never meet what you're asking of me. I have no capacity, not even a little bit. My schedule, all of it. I will not be able to emotionally give you what you want. I directly told them to the face. They didn't agree, and then we went through it. Once they claimed their power, then everything was being able to be balanced. But that's because I was not lying. In fact, I said, you're calling me a liar when you accuse me of keeping you on a thread. I'm not doing any of stuff on purpose. I don't know what you're talking about. You're creating shit in your brain. And here's where, when a person's an adaptive child, maladaptive they are, because it's called split thinking, black and white thinking, coming to me with your emotions and thoughts, accusing me of keeping you on hold on purpose, is an adaptive child. It's called structural dissociation. I knew terms at that point in my head. I'm like, okay, don't engage. Just give the answer, differentiate. I said, yes, I'm not going to be able to meet you emotionally. I'm sorry you feel this way. We did not speak for a certain amount of time. And then they missed me. We're friends. And in fact, we have a sweet spot, because this is where consistent, contingent communication shows this is how I am. Always, not just sometimes. I'm a consistent piece of Maria knows how to say what Maria will be able to do in 24 hours. And that is where, again, the apologies, we didn't apologize. Her and I, we just chit chat. And in this case, we didn't even have to revisit anything because we had already had our other moments. So it was fun. It was interesting. There's episodes on it as we walk through a bunch of different scenarios. And we, again, have a very good relationship. We're there for each other. She's maintaining her attachment category. I'm maintaining mine. And that's why apologies, they're not I'm sorry's. They're actually people coming together, hugging, talking, continuing to be there. We walk together like a herd. So tune in for more. Again, we have the audio podcast episode online, and that's going to be a series, so there might be more. And we're going to have another episode on something else today. If you want one-to-one mentorship, that's something that is available. Go to inspiringhumanpotential.com. There's Ask Maria, opinionated columnist, paid subscription-based model content on the audio for now. Once we get to 1K, it'll be offered on YouTube as video. And there's going to be a masterclass at some point. And again, the free main modules of the Inner Growth Mindset are available on the website as well. And then there's definitely a bunch of content that I can share with you, but they're all there. The blog has Inner Growth topics of the day, exercises. So if you want to have fun with that. And I'm thinking I might try to get an ebook, something along those lines, grab all that Inner Growth topic of the day exercises so that we can organize it. So if you have questions, let me know. Again, like, share, subscribe so I can grow and we can grow the following, the community. Obviously, if you feel called to, not if you don't. Unsure, that means no, means you don't have to do it. Yes means, yep, I want to do it. And really, the reason why I don't ask is because I already know that intuitively a person is going to be called to share. And I like that people just do it if they feel value and not, but I'm getting into the practice of doing a little bit of, that let me maybe mention it in case you didn't think about it kind of thing. So thank you again for using your lovely time with me, and I look forward to being back again